what's up? Hello, my name is Liz and you're watching For Booking Out Loud. So today I am doing a tag video. I was tagged by a couple books to do the Friends tag video. So thank you very much, couple. And this one looks really fun, so I'm just gonna dive right in. I tried to find the creator of this tag and after a bit of searching I just couldn't, but I will be linking couples channel and video down below in the description. I highly suggest his channel. He's amazing and very entertaining to watch. So check him out and let's just get into it. So the Friends book tag, or at least the one that I was tagged in, is just using the words friends and there's a tag for each letter of the word. So let's go. So F is for friendship, and name a book with a strong friendship in it. And I'm going from books that I've recently read. So something that I did recently read is The Island of Sea Women by Lisa Lee. And it's a contemporary historical fiction kind of weird thing. Okay, now that I say that, that's so contradictory. It is a historical fiction about two women growing up on Jeju Island from, I guess it was the 30s to present day, and really how their friendship develops all the way to the collapse of their friendship and all the historical events that kind of happen in between them. It has really strong female characters, strong friendship, and family relationships. So I highly suggest it. It was amazing. It really blew me away on how good it was. So check that guy out. R is Real Life, a nonfiction book you want to read. And I've been saying this for months, but I really want to read The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks. It's a book on really how badly, at its base, I guess, how badly the medical system mistreats Black Americans. And at its base, it's about this woman, Henrietta Lacks. And she was, again, I have not read it. It's something I want to read, but I believe she was a slave. Or maybe it was after slavery ended and it was Jim Crow era. But somehow the medical community acquired her body and has used it for some incredible research. However, it was never approved by her or her family, and when her family sought to have her body reclaimed, never happens. It still hasn't happened to this day. Her skeleton sits in a research facility or a university somewhere, and her family still wants her body to bury it. Hasn't happened. But that's the story I want to read for nonfiction. I is indie author, a book by an indie author, and I am not 100% aware of what we are considering an indie author. Is it just not published by a major publishing industry? Is it self-published? It's kind of fuzzy. So I did some research and I'm not 100% sure if this book or book series counts, but at the time when Wool by Hugh Howey was published, I know he self-published the series, and I'm not sure, but I think I've read that it has since been acquired by Simon & Schuster, or some rights have been acquired by Simon & Schuster, so I'm, again, not quite 100% sure if Hugh Howey counts, but I love the Wool series, or I guess it's the Silo series. It's something that got me back into reading, or at least let me read when I was not reading at all. It is a wonderful post-apocalyptic story about human collapse of civilization, and it's something that really got me back into dystopian fiction when I was, again, not reading whatsoever. But if you have not checked it out, I highly suggest you do. And it was really interesting because the first book, Wool, at least in the Kindle edition that I was reading, was like a live Kindle edition where the images were animated almost, and that was really interesting and engaging. So again, check it out if you have not yet. Okay, E is Endings, a book where the ending made you scream. I don't necessarily scream when I'm reading books. I'm not very, expressive when I'm reading books, unless something's really like interesting, to say the least. However, I will say a recent book that made me incredibly surprised about the ending was The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager. And since it is a mystery thriller kind of book, I'm not going to say anything more than that, other than you should read it. And then N, New, a new book that you can't wait to buy. And I will say Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid. It is a book that I'm really, really looking forward to. It is coming out June 1st, I believe. And I recently read all of Taylor Jenkins Reid's books, and I loved almost all of them. I think there was one that I was about, but really the rest of them were like 4 or 5 star reads for me. So I'm really hoping this new one is going to be just as amazing, wonderful, and spectacular. And I can't wait till June. Okay, D is Dark, a book that has dark themes. And honestly, if you are aware of my channel at all, this is a very difficult one for me because I read a lot of horror books, horror mystery thriller kind of books, because it's a very popular genre for me and I just enjoy it. And I also lean into dark themes a lot, and I don't know why I'm attracted to it. If you met me on the street, you'd never know that about me. But I was thinking maybe Junji Ito again, because there's a lot of dark themes in his work. If you haven't read it, do it. Or maybe some Stephen King, but that's a little too cliche. Or maybe even just Karen Slaughter. But what I ended up thinking about is something outside of the box, and I went with Ready Player 2 by Ernest Cline. Not really dark themes inside of the book, but as a reader who loved Ready Player 1, Ready Player 2 is a dark theme overall because it wasn't a good book. It was horrible as someone who loves the book, and then it was a dark, dark day when this book was released. So that's my answer for this one. And then finally, S. Share the love and tag some of your favorite channels. So I'm going to tag Amy from A Star Reads, if you haven't done this already. She just reached 500 subscribers. Congratulations, Amy, that's amazing. She is a wonderful, wonderful booktuber. She has such great energy when she is filming and talking about anything she really does. I love watching all of her content, and if you have not checked her out, I highly suggest you do. I'm also going to tag Sunny Luca. We have just finished a buddy read together of House on the Cerulean Sea. It was so much fun. She's, again, a wonderful YouTuber. She has such a calming presence, and I really love a lot of the vlogs she ends up doing. And then I have Kate Rushelley. I'm really sorry if I said your last name wrong, but she is someone I found a couple months ago, and I'm really, really glad I started watching her channel. She has some great reviews on books, and I just really enjoy some of her takes, especially on a couple of wrap-up videos that I've seen of hers. Then I have Larry Has Opinions. He's fairly new to BookTube, and I'm, again, really glad I found his channel. I've really enjoyed the first couple of his videos, and I'm really, really excited to see what else he has in store for us. And then finally, I want to tag Harriet's Book Corner. I found her a couple of months ago, I think. But again, she's fairly new to BookTube, and I've really, really enjoyed her content so far. So if you haven't done this tag, as always, I tag you if you want to do it and I didn't mention your name. And if you're interested in any of those booktubers that I mentioned, as always, I will link them in the description below. Thank you, couple, for tagging me. You are amazing. And I will see you next time. Bye.